Hey guys, you might be wondering what happened to the black Mustang there. Well, this is what happened to it. So it's currently in many pieces. Random dipstick on there. I'm sure you can already tell what color I painted it. Hopefully the hood didn't give it away. But yeah, I'll go over the body mods right now. I'll just lift it up right now. Sorry, it's zooming in more than I would like. Let's lift it. I was just painting the engine bay there. So as you can tell already probably, that is not a 4.6 liter 2 valve. That is a 5.3 liter truck motor. I'm not gonna say it's an LS because it's a truck motor. It's not a Corvette engine. It's not from a Camaro. It's your run-of-the-mill truck motor. So as you can tell, I got it painted. Color is called Snakeskin green, and it goes green and it shines gold in different colors. I mean in different sunlight. So hopefully you can see it. So yeah. I saw it on a Dodge Viper and I just knew I had to have it, so hopefully that shows. It changes. So you can tell this is the same 2 valve because it's yellow still. Hopefully the splash guards or whatever they're called will cover those up. And I'll probably have to cut a hole in the hood. That reminds me, the body mods. So it's got HID headlights now, which aren't on it. The fog lights are standard, like normal 03 Cobra replacement headlights. I mean fog lights, they're not special. They got HID headlights in them, so I'll blind everyone at night, hopefully. Terminator front bumper. Painted my door mirrors. I managed to get the Terminator style side scoop, but it has the GT insert. So, yeah. And coming around back, give you guys a better view of it. Over here is supposed to be a UPR fuel door, but I currently have that off. You guys might see it later. The eBay taillights. They kind of look like the 15 and up GT taillights or Mustang taillights, whatever. Over here, we got a 03 Cobra, 04 Cobra, whatever. Not chin spoiler. Trunk spoiler. I really like the shape of it, so I thought I would get it. Of course, the middle brake light, the third brake light decided to break. So this is a real Cobra one. I bought it off of a Cobra. As well as the rear bumper. So the spoiler I got for 150 bucks. And the rear bumper I managed to get for 150. As you can tell, it is real. It says Cobra in it and everything. And the reason I got the bumper for 150, usually I see them for like 800, 900, something ridiculous like that online, is cracked in right here, like completely in half. But we managed to fix it using some ghetto techniques, but it worked. It's got the stock sail panels, nothing special here, no bullet style ones. And, oh yeah, the Terminator hood. Let's show you guys that. So it's a fiberglass replica. I took out the factory hood latch mechanism and I just used these guys to come with keys. You just unlock and lock. Right now it's unlocked. I can show you guys how it works. It's just, so you push it down and then it'll go in. And then you push it down again and it would just kind of click up and then you pull it out. I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah, it's Terminator hood. And underneath it's still primered because I am gonna have to cut it. Because even though the truck intake on these 5.3 liter motors are ugly, I love them. They're great for torque, horsepower. I like them way more than the LS1 style intake, and in my area at least. In Canada, it's not too good. I'm starting my fuel system there. So I believe, but I am not sure, that is, yeah, that is the return to the tank. And this is coming from the tank. Boost reference fuel pressure regulator here somewhere, not sure yet. And that's it for now. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a stock 5.3. I can give you guys details about it. So it's got the one with the stronger internals because it's 13 millimeter exhaust manifold bolts. So you want to check for that if you want the thicker rods and whatever. And no idea about the mileage, so interesting. But I did not. I can't believe this. Usually I see a little oil drip here and there, but this motor was completely clean when I pulled it out. Nothing at all. It's mostly just sand and stuff, or dirt, I don't know what it is. It came out of a 06 Yukon. In case you guys are curious, the car was completely crashed. It was at one of the salvage yards, and I took the motor for $250. Complete, as you see. Well, besides the wiring. Sorry, the wiring was like another $50, I think. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, I left the transmission there. This is a 4L60E. I am going automatic with this car. It was a manual originally, but not interested in that. These are the fuel rails here. It is returnless. And originally this motor came with a returnless style fuel rail. This is return. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. So it was returnless, but I converted to return. It's plug and play. Well, at least it was in my application. This came off of like a 03, I don't know, Silverado Sierra, something like that. And yeah, it just fit right into this 06 motor. Amazing. I'm still working on the wiring. I can make a video about that. Unfortunately, I ended up with well, I don't know if it's a bad thing because they come with cruise control, but the electronic powered throttle body here, not the wire one, which is what I would prefer, but stronger internals all the way, right? And let me see if I can find the old, these are the coil packs here. And I do not have the fuel rail at the moment, but I do have some fuel line. So that is the fuel line. I managed to put on a fitting. This is the nylon one. I also have a stainless one right here. I'm building this thing on a budget, so that's why. My fuel pumps. This is a 450. This is a 255. I'm still working on that. And I got fittings and everything for them. I'm gonna use the stock tank. If anybody's wondering what I'm running for wheels and tires, these are Bridgestone Potenzas, I believe. And that's the size right there. I bought these rims off of a GT500 for $300, all four of them. And suspension wise, we're going on coilovers. They're UPR everything. Gotta save that money. UPR K member, control arms. Yeah, that's definitely the stock sway bar. Liquid struts. My favorite 7030s. This is a street car-ish. I forget the rate of the springs, but I can check it. Yeah, just some good old anti-seizol up on there so it doesn't stick. That's a pain when it does. Then you'll wreck the sleeve, and I live in Canada, so I'll have to buy another one. But yeah. Factory steering rack. I gotta go power steering. I'm not strong. We have Cobra brakes all around, even the rears. The rears are Cobra, you can tell. Here, I can show you. Because they have this little guy right here, this bracket. Otherwise, I believe the GTs were just the two teeth. And oh yes, UPR caster camber plates. I'm going to try and run the stock radiator. This is something I work on my free time, not really dedicated to it. I did want to delete that, but I kind of don't want to pay for an ABS delete block, so it is what it is. And I know no one usually cares, but we can go inside the interior. And there's the UPR fuel door. Sorry, it's dark in here. And, well, this is probably not going to show up good in the video. It's just the normal seats with the horse stitching on it, nothing crazy. Factory interior. There's a hole where the transmission shifter used to be. Keys in it in case anybody wants to turn it on. No, I'm kidding, it's not even right. So originally these Mustangs were returnless, but I converted to return by drilling a bunch of holes in the tank. So yeah, bulkhead fitting and all that. I can go over the fuel system another time. But yes, this is where the car is today. I painted it matte black. I have the paint with me, I can show it. It's this stuff right here. I always use it. I know it's not meant to paint engine bays, it's more the actual motor itself, but this thing works. So, I love it. And then, I don't think I can underneath it, but some spots were a bit more rusty than I would like, and I painted them with Rust-Oleum. Some cheap Rust-Oleum, cover it up. I always use this stuff for rust. I know this is on a car, but it always works well for me. And that's about it for now. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a while until it probably runs. I'm gonna have to pull the cylinder heads off because while we were taking out the motor, of course we had to take off the intake, which is not bolted in right now, and something fell down one of the ports, which is covered in duct tape because that's all I have right now. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like stuff in my cylinder heads, which will, I don't know what it'll do to the motor, but it won't be healthy, that's for sure. And for motor mounts, that's another big question. So it's these plates you can buy from UPR, and they're like a, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolt design, and then that's like a solid 4.6 mount. So these are adapters, or this part, sorry. When you bolt on the mount, I want it solid so that the car shakes a bit. And then that's the K member. So if any of you guys are wondering which hole, so I don't know, maybe this might be hard for you guys, or who knows. There's 3 or 2 slits. I put it in the first one here, right here. And it managed to line up with the other side fine, and it went in pretty easily actually. This side will show up better maybe. Sorry, yeah, there's 2 slits and there's like a hole at the end. But yeah, I put it through this one because I wanted the motor in this position. And no AC. I got out all of it. There's where the evap canister used to be somewhere. And if you guys are deleting your AC, what I did is first, I believe the low pressure port is here somewhere. I got a flathead and jammed it in and just let it come out. Then I went to the high pressure side once it was completely done, make sure it's completely done. Then I did it here in a bit of the Freon or whatever. It's like this cool green color came out, but I was covering it with a cloth, so we're good. Then these guys, I think it was this one and this one, are the lines that go to the car, and they were a bit annoying to get out. But you gotta use that quick disconnect tool. It's like a ring, and you slip it over, and it'll push the spring back, and then you can just pull on it. So what I did is I pushed on this, and then I grabbed with my other hand at the same time, pulled this off while I'm pushing this. So in case you guys are struggling with that, that's I believe for the heater. And yeah, that's about it. I left my power steering on there, the reservoir and the accessory. I plan on switching to GM for that. And yeah, this motor came with an AC compressor, but I'll be getting rid of that. Alternator isn't on there. I believe it goes on like this high. Well, it's pretty high, so we might have clearance issues, which as you guys can see already. Maybe I can line up the fenders. But yeah, it sticks out for sure. But I really want to keep the truck intake if I can. I mean, like I said, they're cheap and I love them. Every time I've seen an LS swap done with a truck intake or a 5.3 truck motor swap, always goes good. If I could give you guys any tips for finding the motor in the junkyard, find like a car that's been in an accident, and just I pulled off the valve covers, and you can pull off the oil pan too. I didn't, and put a breaker bar in the front here to see how it spins. Or sorry, here, right here. I can't remember. It was a big bowl, I believe a 24 or something, and it spun, but there was still not too much, like it wasn't too easy. There was still some resistance, but I can take out the valve covers here on this side. You guys can see. It does have the 706 heads, so I believe they are aluminum, but iron block. I tried really hard to find an aluminum block, but everybody wanted a ridiculous price for them, and there was none in the junkyard. Well, I did find one, but that truck was completely stripped out. But yeah, I threaded them on loosely here. And these cables, oh man, I used to deal with them on my 5-liter Mustang. Sometimes they break off like at the boot, and I'll probably just replace that, and it doesn't hurt to do the plug. Yeah, like see, look, I don't know how that happened, but it's bent. That's hilarious. So, and I think one of the coil packs got wrecked, so the plastic casing at least. But here we go. So here you can see, even the oil was not as dark as I thought it'd be. But good old push rod V8 here, not something I'm used to dealing with. Well, I dealt with it with the 5-liter, but usually you deal with mod motors. But everybody said you should try this because it's cheap, so let's see what happens. And that's about it. I think I'll stop the video here, guys, if you have any questions while I'm doing things. Oh, and one more thing. For the brakes, I do plan to keep this, if I can, the Ford unit. I know some people might switch to the GM stuff, but I'm just trying to save money here and make everything. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's always keep as many stock parts on a car as you can. When you do that, it'll give you less hell. But that's my experience. I could be wrong, you know. Even that, I have Cobra as well, and that thing, when the belt slipped off once, you're just stranded, and it's not cool. But that's how these cars are. So, anyways, I'll let you guys go now. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. And yeah, bye.